Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the My Stock Journey channel. Before I got this video started, I did just want to let you guys know that I have recently partnered with a team named Grow Your Portfolio. Basically what they are is a Telegram chat in which we'll send out signals for potential swing trades, short-term or long-term, also call options, put options, maybe potential spreads, and basically any type of way that you could potentially make money in a day that will send you out signals letting you know what could be potential good profit maker or anything like that. If you do want more information about them, definitely let me know in the comment sections, or you can hit me up on Instagram at my.stock.journey. I know that's a little bit much, but it's all I could come up with. And yeah, so it's honestly a very, very good team. Like the signals that they have sent out recently have just been so on point. They called Kodak the day Kodak blew. I think at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. they sent me out a signal about Kodak, and so I kind of went in a little bit. Only bought 1 or 2 shares because I am not much of a swinger nor options trader myself. But I did go in. I got a few shares of that. I did make very, very good profits off of that. A couple days before that, they sent out some signals about PayPal. I made a little bit of money off of PayPal options trade right there too. And so I can personally say from experience that is very worth it. The monthly payment is only $15, but if you do use my code, which I will put below, you can save 10% off on that, which is an amazing deal. Honestly, the money that it costs per month to get into the chat, you can make back easily in a day. The money I made off of their signals, I could honestly pay for my monthly subscriptions for over a year. But with that being said, if you do want more information about them, hit me up on Instagram or go to their Instagram at Grow Portfolio. Send them a message saying Tyler10 to let them know that you are here for my video. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So today we are going over August 2020 stock picks. Last month I did one of these videos right before July. I went over some 3 or 4 stocks that I believed would do very well. That video did very well, and actually the stocks that I picked in that video did very well. So if you're curious to see what all happened in that video, definitely go check it out. I'll drop the link down below. But this month I am expecting big things. Last month, July, was absolutely nuts. The end, especially with Apple stock just driving the freaking prices through the roof. And with everything going on, I do think that the momentum will carry into August. And I think as long as we stay afloat and as long as we keep doing what we're doing, I think the economy and the stock market are going to continue to kind of slowly work their way back up. And so with that being said, I wanted to go over what I thought would be some very good plays and what I thought could make some very good profits in the next short term and the long term as well. So if you do like this type of video, definitely hit the like button for me below. It helps me out so much, and it helps me know what you do and don't like. If you are new to the channel, which we've been getting a lot of subscribers recently, in the last week I got 50 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. It's hard to even imagine that our channel is growing this month this much. But if you are enjoying the content, if you are new to the channel and you do want to show me some love, hit that subscribe button, let me know you're new in the comment section below, and let's get into it. So first up on this list, we have the big man, the one everyone knows, the one that y'all know I love, and that is Microsoft. I believe Microsoft's always a buy, but here's why this month especially can be a very good time to enter. So last month, we did get reportings that Azure, which is a very good and upcoming part of Microsoft's business, actually reported 47% year-on-year growth, which is the very first time that they've went under 50% year-on-year growth. And so that kind of has played a factor on its stock price. The stock price has come down a bit. It is in recovery mode, but it has come down a bit, and this pullback can definitely be a very good time to get in. Not only that, a lot of schools are reporting, so are a lot of businesses, that everyone is going to start to be at home, right? Because, we all went into lockdown and we all had to do these things in March, April, May, but no one really knew, okay, is school going to go back in session? What's going on? Especially down here in Louisiana, everything going on right now is at its worst per capita in Louisiana. So I know a lot of people are staying at home. I know a lot of high schools aren't going back. A lot of middle schools aren't going back. Even some elementary schools aren't going back. I know dozens of friends of mine who have careers are working all from home. And so with that being said, I do believe that Microsoft is going to play, definitely get some gains from that, simply for the fact that they have all of their different services that they provide for an at-home experience for work. I know my school personally, after Thanksgiving break, we're going back online because they don't want people traveling back home and then coming back, I suppose. So with that being said, we all use, Microsoft Teams and everything like that. And so I do believe that coming up soon here, whenever people start to really use these Microsoft, applications and services, that they will see extensive revenue growth. And with that being said, that can definitely play a factor in the stock price, which could drive it through the roof until the end of the year for sure. Another good major part of their business is that they've recently switched from licensing to subscriptions, meaning you pay a subscription for all their services. I do personally love the fact that they did begin to kind of switch to this role, because When you have licensing, it's kind of like a one and done deal. You purchase your license for this application and you never really have to worry about it again. Whereas when it's a subscription process, it's more of a consistent income. You know, you're constantly subscribed, and the people who are subscribed to Microsoft don't typically tend to not like to go to other applications or services. And so with that being said, I do believe that this will provide a much more consistent flow of income into Microsoft's bank account. And with that being said, I believe that will also impact revenue for sure, especially with so many schools and so many jobs beginning to use their services. That can very much, until at least from the beginning of this school year to the end of next school year, can definitely, it 100%, in my opinion, will show in their revenue reports in the upcoming quarters, because so many new people are coming. And once these people get locked in and they're using, Microsoft Excel and they're using all their different applications, they'll get stuck. Like I'm stuck personally. I only use Microsoft applications. I don't really like to use anything else. I use a little Google Drive here and there, but honestly, it's like kind of like Apple. Like, all these people who have iPhones and it's really hard to switch to another phone service. It's the same thing with Microsoft. Their Microsoft Teams and everything that they're doing is very, very hard to go from using them to using another application and still be comfortable. And I believe that will pay its profits out to Microsoft in the long and short term for sure. On top of all that, we have seen that Microsoft's Xbox and Windows purchases have increased a lot. Their Windows computers and there's Windows downloading onto their computers is just going off the walls. Once again, it's so many people are staying home. I got a new Xbox probably about 2 or 3 months ago because mine wasn't running too well. And it's just like all these people, they have so much more free time. They're at home, especially with me when I was at school, I was getting all my homework done and I just had the whole day to myself. So I would get on the Xbox, play some Call of Duty, playing some Warzone. If you play Warzone, hit me up. I'm going to play with you because I need more friends. And with that being said, a lot of people have been loving these Xboxes and doing everything like that. With the new Xbox coming out towards the end of the year, maybe next year, I do believe that it is going to reap its benefits from all of these new at-home technologies. And so with that being said, Microsoft is an absolute buy, and it is one that I'm most definitely going to increase my position in the upcoming month. Now, next up on the list, we have Walmart. Now, this is actually a company that I do not hold in my portfolio, but I do plan on adding very soon. The reason that I believe August is going to be a very, very good time holds down and comes down to really one main reason, and that is their implementation of Walmart Plus. So Walmart Plus is basically going to be a subscription-based service, kind of like Amazon Prime, where you can go in and you can order all your things. They'll have it delivered to you. They'll have same-day delivery and everything like that, and kind of makes grocery shopping from home a much easier experience, especially from Walmart. Now, the reason I believe that this is going to do such an amazing job is because everyone knows of a Walmart. Now, I actually did find an interesting statistic that said 90% of every single person who lives in the United States lives within 10 miles of a Walmart. Now that is absolutely, that's just insane. That's phenomenal. That shows their growth, but that also shows their potential exposure to everyone, because whenever they have Walmart Plus, maybe they haven't really been appealing to the shop at home crowd, the ones who love to use that Amazon Prime. But those could also be people who, really love going to Walmart. They love the easiness and how much stuff Walmart has where they can get anything they need from one place. But the fact that Walmart doesn't necessarily have that Amazon Prime-like benefit could drive them away. And this could very well reel them in to be a full-time Walmart consumer. And so with that being said, I do believe that this is going to drive Walmart's numbers through the roof. Not only that though, it has already began. Whenever you look at the online growth, the online consumer growth for Walmart, they grew 70% in the first quarter. That's absolutely phenomenal. And that's before Walmart Plus. That was stuff like Instacart and all these things, like through online orders, they've grown their business through those different things. Now that they have their own application and their own service, I genuinely believe it is just going to blow up. Maybe just for the short term, it's going to be on a boom, but I think for the long term, especially, they're going to get these consumers who just get used to this online shopping, because all these people are getting so used to shopping at home that maybe even whenever the time comes that we can go out and we can do whatever we want without any restrictions, people are just going to be so used to it that it's going to become a habit. And we all know that habits are very hard to break. And so with that being said, I feel like Walmart's going to benefit very, very greatly from the implementation of Walmart Plus. You can also see how much Walmart's consumer growth has just gone crazy during this whole time. People are loading up on groceries. They're staying at home. And so with that being said, they had to actually hire 400,000 new workers this year, simply from the start of Rona to now. And that is just absolutely insane. That shows though that that people need them. People go straight to Walmart. When something happens like this, people need groceries, people need their stuff fast, and they don't want to pay, maybe for a Costco membership or a Sam's membership. They go to Walmart. And the fact that that necessity and that Walmart's deemed so essential to modern day society, that plus a new online service is going to make Walmart boom, in my opinion. And for the next month, 2 months especially, I honestly just believe we will see massive returns from Walmart stock. Some side notes about Walmart that also make it very appealing to someone like me is the fact that they do pay a small dividend. And as you know, I am not a dividend investor any longer, but I do love to see a little extra, piece of dividend every now and then, little icing on the cake. Walmart has been paying their dividend consistently and growing it consistently since 1974. I don't know about you, but that's way before I was born. And they also pay a 1.6% dividend. So what that means is that every single year, on top of the growth of the stock, you will also receive 1.6% in dividends, just as cash that you can then reinvest back into your stock, or you can even pocket it if you want to, pay your taxes and do everything like that. And last but not least, we will touch into the finance sector. Now, if you do remember, I did upload a video, I want to say about a month to 2 months ago, whether we should buy bank stocks. Now, I do still hold my opinion from then that I do believe bank stocks are a very strong buy right now. Everyone knows that banks are very cyclical, meaning that they're up and they're down, they're up, they're down all the time, depending on what's going on in the world. But the one stock that I do believe is a very strong buy, especially in August and September in the upcoming months, is going to be JP Morgan. So the reason I believe that JP Morgan is going to be such a strong buy is because I personally consider them to be the strongest of the bank stocks. The reason I say that is just because of how well their management team has managed this entire situation and how they've gone about protecting themselves from future losses. We all know that in 2007 and in 2008, they dealt with some very hard times. The whole financial sector was screwed and we went into a very bad recession. Well, you can see that from then to now, finance, not only, financial industries and financial sectors and these players, the major players, the Wells Fargo's, the Bank of America's and JP Morgan's, they've learned their lessons, but they also have help from the Fed because the Fed does not want what happened in the 2008 crisis to happen again. And I believe that to be, that's just a very strong and very appealing aspect to the financial sector right now, that they have the Fed backing them and the Fed will do anything that they can to keep them afloat. So with that being said, it's almost like a win-win. Yeah, you might not see the most insane returns in the next year, but it's just so safe because the Fed will give their all to keep them afloat. And I feel like having something that is almost that certain that, JP Morgan and all of those stocks probably will not just tank and go bankrupt, obviously is a way to go. That's the way to go because right now things are so uncertain that you never really know, is this company going to make it? Is Carnival going to go bankrupt? Or Spirit going to make it? But whenever you have a stock that JP Morgan is protected by the biggest financial aspect of our entire economy, is very appealing. Not only that, they actually reported in their recent earnings that they hit a revenue of $33.8 billion, which is a record. The fact that even during all this, they reported record-breaking earnings is insane. But it shows that they've figured out ways to create safe routes for themselves. One of those being the fact that they've put aside $10 billion to cover any losses on loans. Now, that could necessarily be not the best thing, that they just have to sit on that cash and not do anything with it. But at the same time, it protects them from taking too many losses. They can cover as many losses that might come from the downturn in the economy recently due to the virus. But with that being said, they've gone ahead and protected themselves from any future losses that could occur in the next upcoming year or 2 years to come. And that is a very promising aspect of their business model for sure. Although they were, told by the Fed that they cannot increase their dividends and that they had to, stop buying back stocks, I don't honestly believe that that's going to last very long. I feel like as the economy continues to grow, they will continue to figure everything out. Their management team will continue to be amazing. And as time goes on, that dividend will expand. They have not fully cut their dividend. They outperformed Wells Fargo. They're pretty much outperforming Bank of America too, in the sense that they are continuing to be able to pay out their dividend and keep that going. So with that being said, if you are a dividend investor or you're someone who looks to have some type of stability from dividend stocks, JP Morgan could very well be a way to go and a very good company to buy at an extremely discounted price, because we all know they're so protected and they're so maintained that they will come back one day. And it's not often in the market that we know, oh, it's at this right now and it's pretty much guaranteed it's going to go up. Now, once again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And if you do want to invest in the stock market, make sure you do talk to a professional advisor, not just listen to me and go ahead and do whatever you want. Anyways, with that being said, I just believe that bank stocks are going to make a comeback. They're going to recover, in my personal opinion. And it's a win-win. And so with that being said, that is definitely a stock that I'm looking to increase my position in. I'll go ahead and I'll add some shares of that and just watch the money come over the next year or two. And then we'll go ahead and see what's happening in other financial stocks. Maybe we'll add some Bank of America, maybe even Wells Fargo one day, but probably not. But, we'll see. And yeah, so JP Morgan is a very strong buy for the month of August 2020. If you guys did like that video, once again, hit that like button for me. We have been growing exponentially and I am just loving the growth. It's so influential. It makes me feel so good and it's just so nice to see. I know a lot of you guys are new to the channel, so if you did make it this far, thank you so much. Let me know in the comment section if you made it this far. I definitely will reply to you there. If you are new to the channel again and this is the first video that you've watched, especially if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button just to keep up with everything that I'm doing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.